Hello and welcome back to Wild Owl TV. A pond is a really valuable addition to any wildlife garden. Ponds provide a unique habitat, attracting a host of aquatic insects, invertebrates, and a place where frogs, toads and newts can live and breed. But what a lot of people don't realise is that although amphibians need ponds, many of them actually spend a large part of their lives on land and mostly active at night. So it's important that amphibians can easily get in and out of your pond, and that wild areas of vegetation are close by to help them hide away from predators. In the Wild Owl garden, I've created a wild patch around a small secondary pond. I call it the nursery pond, and it's a haven for young frogs, toads and newts. I've placed boards and slates around the nursery pond to give them lots of places to hide during the day. There's usually something hiding under them. Not far from the nursery pond, I've also built a more robust refuge for amphibians and also for reptiles. It's called a HIBERNACULUM. This purpose-built hideaway can give safe refuge to all sorts of small creatures throughout the year. To make your own, just dig a hole in a wild corner of the garden, line it with bricks or stones, add in some old flower pots and some pipe to act as entrance tunnels. Then cover all this with twigs, leaves and compost, taking care not to block the entrance holes. Cover it all with a bit of old carpet. Then cover all that with another load of compost. One animal that will love it is the harmless slow worm. It's actually neither a worm or indeed a snake, but a legless lizard, and a wildlife gem once common in many gardens. Domestic cats, poisons, heavy garden management, they've all taken their toll on this beautiful reptile over the years. So a hibernaculum is like a 5-star hotel to them, providing warm accommodation and lots of potential food crawling around amongst the rotting vegetation. Now there's another special little hidey hole that I've created in the Wild Owl garden, and it has regular visitors in the spring and summer. I call it the Toad Cave, and I think you can guess why. It's just another example of providing a hiding space for creatures that live in your garden and to help them stay safe away from harm. And if you're a toad, you might live for over 40 years. So you'll appreciate a little bit of help from us. And of course the toad cave is often used by frogs and even newts. So to finish off, here are some top tips to attract and help amphibians and reptiles in your garden. Firstly, dig a pond. The bigger the better, but any size will attract amphibians and other wildlife to your garden. And don't forget to provide shelves to make it easy for amphibians to crawl in and out, or in fact anything else that might fall in, like a hedgehog. Number 2, a pond is for life. Every spring, amphibians make perilous journeys to return to breeding ponds. So never fill in your pond completely. If you do have to make changes, always provide an alternative for them. Number 3, fish not welcome. The very best wildlife ponds don't have fish. That's because large fish can often eat many aquatic creatures, including frog spawn. The newt populations in the wild owl pond absolutely exploded once all the fish were removed. Number 4, create refuges. Amphibians and reptiles need places to hide when they leave the pond, in spring and summer, and also places to overwinter in. So string off a wild area, build those toad caves, heap up that compost, and stack up those log piles and give these lovely creatures places to hide throughout the year. Next, why don't you build a hibernaculum? Giving amphibians and reptiles a permanent, safe and strong home ensures that they have a safe retreat throughout the year and are not compromised by us or by predators. A hibernaculum is the perfect hotel for slow worms, amphibians and of course lots of other small creatures. Number 6, leave them in peace. You could fence off a quiet corner of the garden and leave it undisturbed. You could even install a pet-safe low-amperage electric fence, which could be used to protect these areas around your pond from cats and dogs and even wild predators like herons. 7, keep cats in at night. Be a responsible pet owner and keep your cat in at night so it can't hunt frogs, newts, slowworms and other wildlife that comes out in the dark. And finally, keep your garden free of poisons. Slug pellets that kill slugs will poison frogs, toads, slowworms, newts and even larger animals like hedgehogs. Insecticide sprays for aphids will kill beneficial insects like ladybirds, lacewings and even birds indiscriminately. Weed control used in ponds could actually harm amphibians and other aquatic life, despite what you might see on the label. A wildlife garden should always be a chemical-free garden. So thank you for watching, and I hope that this has inspired you to make some positive changes this spring and create a great place for these creatures to live and thrive. So see you next time on Wild Owl TV.